afternoon everyone, welcome back to Pallegney to this very gloomy and snowy December afternoon. I am currently selling the last bit of straw. Now, as always, I haven't actually recorded any of it, mostly just because I'm not that good at loading and doing two things at the same time, so if I'd be loading the straw as well as trying to record it, I'd probably just knock everything over. So I've done it off camera. This is the 6th load that I'll be selling, and I get around 14k a load. Something else you might notice, if you look at the cash flow at the moment, it's at 431,000. That's because the loan payment actually came through, which also means that I'll be about ready to start buying the new field. So yeah, as I said, I've got the loan back, which means that I'll be buying a field and I'll be taking you up there in a minute. And then the other things that we'll be doing in this video will pretty much be going through all of the winter. So all of the winters, December and January. I already skipped the rest of October and November off camera because it just nothing happened really. I'm going to be buying land. The sugar beets are going to be sold. There is a company coming to take down a lot of trees in between different fields, so I can plow up the fields together to create a bit of bigger, more open field. Some of the trees that will be going are actually the ones right over there, those two, and then there are some other trees that need to go. Have I missed anything? Oh yeah, and I'll be spending some cash as well because I need to buy something like something of a feed mixer, something to load pallets with. So I am currently loading up the last of the pallets with the event. This is why I don't load stuff and talk at the same time. So something I really like, actually, if you look at the pallets here, they're different shades. So you've got the bottom one is actually a newer pallet, and the top one is an older reused pallet, which is the thing with the Euro pallets. You're supposed to like once you've used them, you're supposed to return them and they get reused. But it's a really nice detail to see actually the different ages of pallets in the game. It's just those are like the small things that, for me, knowing how it works and seeing that in the game is actually a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm currently loading it. I do really like the event. It's a relatively cheap piece of equipment. I think this is like 30k. It's really maneuverable. It has an extending boom. It has everything I'd want from like a small wheel loader. And I have also worked with skid steers in the past, and I've worked with like forklifts, and I honestly prefer the maneuverability of a wheel loader to any of those, because with the articulation you can actually really point the front where you want it to go. So yeah, big chance that I'll be getting this event very soon actually. But there's something else actually that popped up in the sale that I want to talk about really quickly whilst I'm loading these. Because the dealership actually has an old Lexion in the sale, second-hand Lexion combine. And the thing is, I have been looking at like the feed consumption and how much the chickens need, and it really looks like they're gonna need around 90,000 liters a year to sustain them, and I want to grow that myself because otherwise it's too expensive. But I need more than 5 hectares to get that amount of feed, and that means that I'll have to be harvesting 10 hectares because I'm working in plots of 5 obviously. So that means that I'll need to be harvesting 10 hectares of a cereal crop every year, which means I'll have around 60 to 70,000 in contractor's fee. With the combine being on sale now for 90k, it's actually worth buying it, and it will give me the opportunity to actually cut down on the contracting costs quite a lot. I wanted to spend the cash that I earned from the harvest different, but I think that buying this combine might actually be the way to go. Something else they changed with this, because I need to do 10 hectares of cereal crops a year, also means that my crop rotation will be a bit different. So I will still be doing, for this year I'll still be doing the spinach, the sorghum and the sugar beets. And then for next year I'll have to figure out which crop I want to specialize in. So the spinach is actually a nice crop to grow because it's not that labor intensive. It gets harvested, you make quite a lot of money, and because you've got 2 harvests a year, you actually make money twice a year, which is a good form to boost your cash flow a bit, especially just before the busy harvest season, because I noticed I had some difficulty with my cash flows with that last year. So spinach is actually a pretty no-brainer, and then the sugar beet will probably be replaced, but I need to look at which crop I'm going to be growing instead, because you need to grow a crop that you can actually specialize in and you can make as much as possible cash out of it. And 2 of the main contenders for that are either potatoes or the root crops, so your carrots, parsnips and red beets. I am just now overlooking the field that we bought, or that I bought, for the farm. So it is field 65, top of my head. Oh, 47, I'm way off. It's field 47, it's more than 6 hectares, so it's a lot bigger than most of my fields. But there are a couple of reasons that I decided to go for this one. First of all, the size does matter in this case. The bit of a bigger field does mean that I get more crop off of it and I can afford it, as you can see. The second reason I wanted this field is because it is one singular field instead of 2 that I have to plow together or something. And the final reason, there were 3 actually. Final reason is that it's actually rather straight, so it has a couple of longer straight lines, which will be an advantage when working with potatoes or carrots or beetroot, which are in rows, which are planted on ridges actually, which you want to have a straight edge for. So those 3 things combined are the reason that I went for this field and not a different field. For now I still have one more piece of equipment to look at, the combine that I was just talking about. But I need to strike a payment deal with the dealership so I can actually afford it, because I've got 65 at the moment and the combine itself costs just under 100. So that's something I need to look into, but I really want to secure that deal before anything else happens to it. And the other thing, which is going to happen pretty soon as well, is that the beets are going to start loading, and I'm just going to go over there and have a look at how that will go.
There's somewhere to be every night of the week. Seems God ain't close as he used to be. And there's more tequila in this old town, pines in Tennessee. I ain't the man I thought I'd be. And these neon lights that keep me up got me thinking, maybe mom and dad had it right all along. We're too old to still be alone, and we ain't happy ever after all. I'm just saying it wouldn't be as bad, 'cause we made it out living in our hometown. I miss the days that flowed like the Mississippi. You find a girl and get married before you're 20. But I've been running like a southbound train, as fast as a northern summer with no one to love.
And there it goes off into the distance. So good morning everyone, welcome back, it's still the same video. I'm in one of the grass fields at the moment, and as you can see, there are some trees cut down. The biomass heating plant is over to take down some of the trees that are in my way in the fields, and they'll cut them down and transport them away for free for me, as long as they can keep like the wood chips out of it. So they came in full force with the Cobra wood chipper together with a Prinoth mulcher to take out all of the stumps, which they also do, which is really nice. And then they hired in the contracting company, the local one, to take the wood chips away. The local contracting company has new trucks. They have 2 of these. It says Lizard, but let's be honest, they're Scania trucks with superior end dump trailers, which are actually American trailers, but they're rather short, and they said that they work here, so I trust their judgment on that one. Apparently they sold all of their Volvos after they got into a conflict with the local dealer. So they sold all the Volvos, bought 2 Scanias, 2 4-axle Scanias, some end-dump trailers with there as well, and now they're running this setup. So that's really cool, and I actually got 2 of them. For those who are wondering, at the moment, as you can see, they're actually in the field. This one is parked in the field, and the Plymouth as well. So the Plymouth is on track. That one doesn't actually bother me. And this would normally bother me with the soil destruction that it would cause, but it has actually been rather cold the last couple of days, so it's been freezing over, and they can actually drive on the topsoil without damaging it. Same for the trucks as well, so that's really nice, or at least they can on the grass. I don't want them to be driving too much into the arable fields, to be honest. As you can see, the first bunch of trees have been cut down, and for anyone who's wondering why I've got 600,000 in the bank, this isn't actually my account. It's from the biomass heating plant, but I needed to be on their account and able to use the winch. So that's a multiplayer thing, but I need to be on their farm to use a winch. If I'm on my own farm, I can't actually activate the winch. So for now it will say 600,000, but I still just got the 95,000 in the bank, unfortunately. So good morning everyone, it's the next day of January and day 2 out of 3 as of this year, I actually checked. And I am heading off to pick up a plow because I need to plow up a couple of fields and a couple of patches where trees were cut down yesterday. So as you might have seen, I've shown you a little bit of the moving, but the operator actually asked me if he didn't want to be filmed. So I obliged and I didn't film him, and I kind of forgot to pick up the camera anyway, but they finished yesterday. All the trees are gone, all the stumps are gone, and now I just need to plow it under. So I just chatted to the contractor, and they don't actually have a job for one of the big tractors tomorrow and for the plow, as it's January and it's really quiet at the moment. So I can come and get the plow and start doing the fields. And they were like, as long as you fuel up the tractor after you're done, you're good. So I'm gonna start plowing, and I'm actually gonna have a look to see if there are any other fields that also need to be decompacted, need to be plowed. I do have the ripper, but I might as well use the big plow once I've got it. So the good thing is, with me actually now, or with me borrowing the plow, I can actually try out some of the big equipment for once. Again, so I'm actually in the TerraTrack at the moment, as that's their usual plowing tractor, and I'm just slowly turning this over. Now I'm not driving too fast because it's old ground and there might be some stones. So this is the grass field, and I'm only plowing up the middle bit here to get that reseeded as soon as possible. So what I'm doing is I'm plowing up this bit of grassland, so I actually have a square field to work in, which would be nice. And then I'm also going to be plowing a couple of fields together just to make my life a bit easier and get rid of those really small and awkward fields, just because the big fields is more efficient. So I'm going to be finishing this job. I probably won't have you guys joining me on the other fields because it's just more of the same, to be honest. I'm going to leave it here. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of weird, awkward winter episode. But those kind of episodes do happen as well. And I hope to see you guys again next time, in 2 weeks time again. Well, the video will be in 2 weeks time. It will actually be in the same day, as it's still January and the weather now is good and it's freezing and I can go onto the fields. And in a bit, February looks like, and even March as well, looks like it's going to be really raining for a long period of time and some very bad weather as well. So I want to get actually a lot of the cultivation done right now, today and tomorrow, so that I can get all the field prep done. I need some manure and soil to be spread. Now that the ground is freezing over, I can actually get into the fields. But that'll all be in the next episode, and then I'll probably have to skip forward quite a while before I can actually do some field work again, because it really looks terrible for the moment. But for now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you never miss a video. At the moment they're every other week due to a busy work life that I have at the moment. But hopefully when it all quiets down a bit, I might actually get back into like an episode a week. But for now, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.